You don't need anyone else to agree with you about what you want. And of course that sounds absurd. Hey, Abraham, I want a relationship. I don't want to stand by myself with an invisible person in the vortex for the rest of my life. How do I get the money out of the vortex into the bank? How do I get the person out of the vortex and into my life experience? And we say, you have to not need to see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it for just a little while. You have to be willing to feel it, to feel the harmony of it long enough that you are a vibrational match to your own desire. So this is always, always, always true. If what you are saying that you want, believing that you will want, is not yet come to you, if it seems to go in opposition to you, it means that you're not a vibrational match to what you want. You are not yet a vibrational match to what you want. And it's so interesting. People are running around wanting to blame everybody else for what's not coming to them in the way they want it. But it cannot come to you until you are a vibrational match to it, you see. You have to be a vibrational match to what you want.
It works in most areas of my life, and I know it works because I'm experiencing it. Just with the relationship, I thought I defined everything correct. So you're basically saying I'm still not in alignment of what I really want.
But what it comes down to, so we're going to give you a scenario, and you've listened long enough, most of you have, that you'll follow this very well. And this is a new piece of understanding about the thing that usually is the thing that is off for you, and why your manifestations aren't flowing to you swifter and more in the way that you want them to. So just a very short but very intense story to help you to understand. So this is the story of you turning thoughts to things. This is not the story of you walking around in the world, looking at things, gathering things into corners, trying to get the biggest pile of the most things. It's not the story of gathering things. It's the story of creating. It's the story of turning your thoughts, your vibrations and thoughts, to experiences and things. It's you, the creator, manifesting so that you can see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it, because you are manifested here in this time and space. You are spirit, yes you are, but this extension of you that you know as you, this personality that you know as you, is manifested. Look at your beautiful clumps on your chairs. You are manifested into this time and space. So manifestation is what you plan on doing here. You didn't plan on some creator that created you creating your reality. You are the creator that created you, and you've come to create your reality. And so you're out here on this leading edge. Well, the good news is there's a leading edge for you to leading edge on. It's really good news. There is this leading edge for you to be aware of. But the thing that trips you up is that you're so enthralled with the manifested leading edge that it's just intoxicating to you. You can't seem to take your eyes off the manifestation part of it, which makes you really weak on the turning thoughts to things part of it. You want to spend all your time sifting out and sorting out and squabbling over the things that have already turned out. You want to squabble over the manifestations instead of create manifestations. You see what we're getting at? And the thing that is so important, oh, we so want you to hear this, is that for a creator, which you all are, it's the creating that rings your bells, not the creation. It's the act of creating. It's the harmony. You see, because when life causes you to ask for something, you've set something in motion, and then the source energy part of you gets all over it, and law of attraction starts responding to it, and big time momentum begins flowing to it. And if you hold yourself apart from that, you don't feel good. But if you let yourself go with the flow of it, then all your bells ring. Then you feel passion and exhilaration. Then you feel wonderful, you see. Wonderful, you see. So it's the turning thoughts to things part of it that is the best part. But as humans, most of you miss it, and you keep looking, where are the things that I meant to turn them to? And so since the person is missing, then that's the dominant vibration that you're offering, which flies in the face, which goes in opposition to everything that's in your vortex. When you look so hard for the manifestation before you have long enjoyed the energy flowing, stay with us just a minute. We're going to get you. Look at it this way. This is the part that you haven't heard from us. We've said it only a couple of times. This is the part that we really want you to step into because you're ready. Life has caused you to create the vortex, blah, 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 blah. We know how you feel about the vortex, blah, 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 blah. Abraham, give it a rest already. All right, there's a vibrational reality. So there's a vibrational reality, and but it's not blah, blah, blah. It's everything that you've wanted. It's everything that you've carved out of life. And even before you came into this life, it's clarity, and it's vitality, and it's love and well-being, and it's interest, it's passion, it's all that you are. So here's this vibrational reality, and law of attraction has been responding to it because your inner being is standing within it, holding the focal point of it. And so it's a really, really strong current that is swirling around and to as these cooperative components are being gathered, and it's calling you in very powerful ways. But you're usually not chilled out, so you don't hear the call. Usually a little overwhelmed, a little mad at somebody, a little frustrated, a little checking too many things off your to-do list. So even though there is this powerful calling that would carry you on its wings and you would just have a glorious ride, you would feel elation, and you would feel passion, and you would feel proud of yourself, and you would feel worthy. But instead, and it's all right, you're still out here hacking through the jungle and carving out the contrast and launching more rockets of desire. So you're not in what we call the receptive mode much of the time. You're not having a massage, your feet aren't in the water somewhere, you're not basking on a beach somewhere, you're not sitting in meditation, you're not making a list of things that you appreciate. You're real with life instead of chilled with it. You're real with life. You're doing the things that you need to do because you need to do them. You're involved in the action part of your life, in the activity part of your life, in the doing part of your life. So the doing part of your life keeps causing you to ask for more things, and the source energy part of you keeps satisfying those things that you're asking for, and that current keeps becoming stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. But you, most of you, have not figured out consciously how to, in a very systematic way, continuously turn these thoughts, these vibrations, into those things. Now, we're going to ask you to just follow this analogy for just a moment here. So picture this vortex that is swirling, and the cooperative components are there, and it is more real than any universe that you live in now. In other words, it is a vivid reality. And these thoughts are swirling, they're taking form, they are thought forms, they have gestated, the cooperative components have been gathered, and it's time for you to receive something about it, which in its first manifestational form that you might recognize is going to feel like an idea, it's going to feel like a desire to you. And when that desire happens within you, a manifestation has begun. And in those early stages of your recognizing it, and you're calling it your desire, and you're making it into words, I want this, you are allowing, it's the first steps of consciously allowing this thought base to turn to things. Now, more and more and more, the enthusiasm gets higher and higher. And if you could hold steady there by not contradicting it with thoughts because you're looking for it before, it would be like planting the seed of corn and then going out later that afternoon and being upset that you still don't see anything, and then getting so frustrated that you just dig it up and eat that and then complain about how unsatisfying it was. It's not the vision that I had. This is the thing that we want you to focus with us on. What we want you to do is enjoy this. It's new to you, but you like it as it happens, unfolding of these thoughts to things. That's what you came for, but you don't know it. You think you came for the things that the thoughts already turned to. So because you so much want the things that the thought already turned to, rather than the experience of being there while the thoughts are turning to the things, you keep looking for the things that the thoughts have turned to. And when they haven't matured enough that you can see them and hear them and smell them and taste them and touch them, then you bail out on the energy and you lose your connection to those thoughts turning to things. And then you start over again, and then you start over again, and then you start over again, and then you start over again. And you become so frustrated because the more you don't get what you want in terms of manifestation, the more you ask, the more you ask, the more the energy swirls, and the more your inner being calls you. The more your inner being calls you, the better you feel when you hear the call, but the worse you feel when you don't. So we're going to say it in the clearest words that Esther can find. We're going to project to her a sequence of vibrations so that she can turn them into words so that you can hear it in a clearer way than you've ever heard it before. You are the turner of the thoughts to things, and you turn the thoughts to things by being in the receiving mode. You can't be in the receiving mode of turning the thoughts to things if you're standing in the middle of a manifestation that you don't like. You can't look at what is and create something that is different. Because when what is holds your attention, then you are not in the receiving mode of what the vortex is yielding to you. So you're not in the receptive mode so that you don't pick up the clues. You're not in the right place at the right time. The perfect words don't flow out of your mouth. You don't rendezvous when you could, you see. What it really comes down to we're just going to say this in the clearest, most blunt way that we can. You must be satisfied with the vibrational version, or the manifested version is not ever going to come. And if you're demanding the manifested version and you're just not willing to be happy with the vibrational version, then the manifested version of what you want is never going to come. And if you're not happy with the manifested version, which causes you to launch a vibrational version, and source gets all over it, and the potential of satisfaction for you is there, if you keep looking at the manifested version, you're not ever going to get what you've created. And that's why the analogy of the engine going that way and the engine going that way is such a good analogy. There are two reasons relative to this relationship, or any relationship, that what you want is not manifesting more quickly for you. Either the person that you identified is not a vibrational match to your vortex, or you're not.
Interestingly, at the
stay there for a minute. Stay there for a minute, because you can't possibly be a vibrational match to your vortex if you're looking at the absence of what you want. And it doesn't mean that this isn't the perfect person. It's like you're saying, come to me. Come to me, come to me, come to me, come to me, come to me now, come to me, come to me, come to me, come to me. And that person's thinking, I don't even like being around you, actually. You don't feel very good to me. There's something weird with you. Something weird going on with you. 1 minute I think I want to come, and the next minute, boom! You got to be a vibrational match to your vortex. And when you are, this stream of wonderful things that's already trying to get in will be let in by you. Now go.